Hey guys, this is Jesse with GTS Woodworking, and in this video I want to show you how to build a simple wooden mallet for your workshop. So let's get to it. Hey guys, what's going on? So in this first part I'm just kind of marking out some lines to where I want to cut. I'm going to be cutting all the way across for a handle, and then 3 sections will be for the head of the hammer. So this section I'm going to cut in half eventually and then make a handle, and this section is wider, and then I'm going to cut this into 3 pieces to make the head of the hammer. So here I am just chopping those 3 pieces out roughly, and then I just cut the handle, kind of trying to line it up where I want it. I believe I'm cutting this in half. Yes, I cut it in half in order to get a slot in there, and then so I'm going to leave some space, and it's also tapered too. At the top it's wider than the bottom, that way when I put the handle in I can use a wedge and kind of get it so it's nice and snug in there. So I got that side done. I think I'm just going to clean up the edges here. Yep, just taking off whatever excess I don't need. And now to the drill press. This is where I drill the holes, the cavities, to put the metal bearings, the metal ball bearings in. Just going as deep as the wood is thick in the middle there. I just found one of the larger Forstner bits I had to do this. Try to get it as centered as possible. Alright, that looks good. And then here I'm putting the metal BBs in. Well, that little tip on there is a little too small, so anyways, yeah, just take that off and then kind of get the BBs level, not protruding, so I can get the glue up flat and even. This is just going to add more weight to it instead of just being bare wood. So I just put a piece of rag in there to get any glue squeeze out and cleaned up. Clamp that overnight, and then we will take it out and trim up again the excess on the ends. Alright, now we're making the handle. Just taking those boards we cut to make it, thick enough. We're just gluing them together like this. Let that dry overnight. Take this apart. I think I had a little trouble. These clamps, the red ones, they're Bessie, and they're cheap Bessie ones. Not that I have anything against Bessie clamps. I love Bessie clamps, but those ones, there's no grip on them. So if I tighten them too much, I gotta use that pliers. So anyways, here I am with my crosscut sled, just cutting these slots. I didn't have a dado stack, so just going down, cutting these slots. It's going to be on all 4 sides. So I'm just showing you a couple sides here, and then I'll show you this 3rd side here. You kind of get the point. I had to measure this all out beforehand, which I didn't show you. It has to fit snugly in the head of the hammer. And here I am using my new wood lathe. Absolutely love it. That's just the larger weight lathe from Harbor Freight. And you guys, you turners out there, I'm sure you can see all kinds of stuff I'm doing wrong. I'm very, very new to woodworking, or very, very new to wood turning rather, but I'm absolutely loving the process. So here I'm just using my roughing gouge and trying to get it as straight as possible and smooth. And here I am, I forget what the parting tool is what they call it. I'm parting it in 3 spots here to get a consistent thickness on the grip part. So I got these gauges here that I'm using to try to get them even, and then once I get them all even, then I can run it across and try to get it the same thickness across. Okay, so here I am trying to get those indents that I made with the parting tool all level with each other. So it'll get it pretty close. It worked really well actually. Okay, Okay, starting to get more flat. I think I'm using, a skew here. Learning all the technical terms. It's kind of cool, right? Anyway, so I just made it big enough so I could grip it. And then I drew a couple lines here to get like a taper going inwards. You'll see kind of what I do. So right here I'm using a bowl gouge and just kind of get a nice taper inward to kind of match the handle. I absolutely love this. Just take your time, kind of rock it back and forth, get it close, and then you can sand it later. Alright, so now we're going to sand it. I think I just went up through like 320 or 400 grit. And then after I sand it, I think I just used some water to clean off the dust. Yeah, here we go. This is just water, just cleaning off the dust. And once that dries, then I'm going to put some Danish oil on it. Here's the Danish oil. And I want a little more protection, so I ended up spraying some spray polyurethane on it too as well after this dried. And after that dried, I just kind of used some plastic buffing compound just to buff it out. And then we'll remove it. I was really happy at this point. Alright, here I'm using my router table to put some roundovers on the head of the mallet. And then I kind of think I cleaned up the bottom of the handle a little bit here. Alright, using my crosscut sled to cut a center slot in the handle. And then I stained I sanded it, but I also stained the mallet head simply because I wanted a little contrast. I could have used two different types of woods, but I was just making it out of a scrap of oak. This is oak, by the way. So I'm gluing the handle in there, pounding it in. What I did not show you, unfortunately I didn't film, is putting a little wedge on the other side and pounding that in so that the two ends open up and fit snug. So I did that, glued that wedge in there, and now I'm just cutting off the excess here. And then using an oscillating spindle sander to clean that up. Realizing also too that I would have to re-stain the top after this step, which is not a big deal. So restaining that. And then putting some Danish oil on it. Yeah, I was pretty happy with how it turned out. Hopefully going to get a lot of good use out of it. Alright guys, so that's it. I really enjoyed building this wooden mallet. And I especially enjoyed using my new wood lathe to turn the handle for it. The finish I used was just like a spray polyurethane, and it turned out really great. I stained the top to just give it a little contrast, and as you saw, I used metal BBs in it to give it some weight and to act kind of like a dead blow. I'm almost scared to use it because it looks so nice and it feels so good. But anyways, I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, please leave it a like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks.